Hello. I was going to get ready for this vlog, and actually, let me just address the elephant in the room. Yes, I wear this little sleep sweatshirt thing from Aerie all the time, okay? You're gonna see it all the time, but I promise I do wash it. Not every day, but I do wash it. Anyway, now that that is out of the way, hi, and welcome to a vlog. I don't know yet whether this is going to be solely a reading vlog or a weekly vlog. We'll see where the week takes us, but as of today, it is Tuesday, December 10th, I believe, and I plan to pick a new book this morning because I finished Gleam by Raven Kennedy last night. Absolutely devoured this. You'll be seeing probably a lot of this series in my wrap up, and this is why I was kind of like scared to make a TBR this month, because I have a feeling this series is going to kind of take over December's reading. But I do want to read off of my TBR a little bit. So I did go and choose a couple books that I'm possibly going to be reading in this week's vlog. The first one is Barbarian's Prize. I just figured something easy to read, something short would be good, since a lot of the Plated Prisoner series books are quite chunky. So this one, like I said, I think this one is the 5th book in the Ice Planet Barbarian series by Ruby Dixon, and this book follows Tiffany. And it says Tiffany doesn't care about all the attention she's getting from the alien men, but there's one particular hunter she can see herself with. If only she can find a way to move forward from the past. And again, I'm not going to read the whole back, but these books are always just like a silly, goofy, spicy time. So I think this one I might sit down and read a little bit this morning. And then, of course, I also went and got out the next Plated Prisoner book, which is Glow. And again, she's very big. Let me see how many pages are in this bad boy. Let me try to do this with one hand without spoiling anything for myself. How many pages are there? Like 672 pages, and the last book had 560 pages, so it seems like each one gets a little bit longer. So those are the two books that are like at the top of my head right now, at the top of my radar. This video might end up becoming like finishing series I'm in the middle of, because technically Barbarian's Prize is part of like interconnected standalone series, Plated Prisoner series. A lot of the books on my TBR this month are me continuing series that I want to finish. So yeah, that is the plan for now. I think I'm going to read a little bit this morning, drink my coffee, and then I also do plan to go into town today and hopefully finish my in-person Christmas shopping. I don't know how much of that I'll be able to show you. I probably won't even bring a camera, because a lot of it is gifts and I don't want people seeing what I'm getting them. So yeah, I don't know if I'll have too much of a haul to show you afterwards, unless I get myself something, which, let's be honest, that does happen quite often. So we'll see where the day takes us, but for now, I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna read a little bit of Barbarian's Prize, and I'll let you know if I have any updates. Don't mind the mess in the corner, but this is what I'm wearing for my little Christmas shopping excursion. I'm pretty sure most of this is thrifted. The shacket, I have no idea where I got this from. I think it was one of those ads that shows up on Instagram. And then my little knockoff, what is that brand called? I don't know, but these are Madden Girl that I'm going to wear with this. And I think I'm gonna go to Barnes and TJ Maxx and possibly REI, but like I said, a lot of it is Christmas gifts, mostly all of it, so probably won't be showing too much, but I'm finally ready to go. It's like 11 something, so I gotta get to it. And then I want to come back and talk about Barbarian's Prize, because I sat and read for like a couple hours and got a decent chunk in. I am back from shopping. It's now almost 4 p.m. I took a lot longer shopping than I thought I was going to, and I can't even really show you most of it because, like I said, they're all gifts for people who may or may not see this. So anyway, I have a few things that I do want to show you though. Surprisingly, I only ended up getting myself one thing, for the most part, and that is a book. And it wasn't even one that was really on my radar right now. I didn't even know this was out. I had heard that Lana Ferguson was coming out with a new book, and I didn't know about this concept. It's called Under Lock and Key, kind of like a play on the Loch Ness Monster, I'm assuming. But Lana Ferguson for me is now an auto-buy author. I've talked about this a couple times on my channel, but I loved The Nanny, loved The Fake Mate, enjoyed, I think it's called The Game Changer as well. So I'm very excited for this. Basically, I saw that Lana had a new release and I just couldn't help myself. It was also buy one, get one 50, so you know I had to have it. But so this was like the one thing that I bought myself, so I'm pretty proud of how that went. I also got myself some holiday cards, which I need to get sent out ASAP. They were buy one, get one free, so I chose these really pretty sparkly snowflake ones, as well as these super cute dogs. Obsessed. Like I said, these were buy one, get one free, so that's why I chose two. And I really should get them sent out, like, if not this week, then next week for sure. And then the only other thing I think I can show you is a gift that I got my father-in-law. I'm pretty confident that my father-in-law does not watch BookTube. However, he likes puzzles, or he has enjoyed doing puzzles in the past. So I got him a new puzzle. It's a 1,000-piece, it's called Alchemist's Cabinet. And there's the cutest little cat on here and a bunch of just like trinkety things on these shelves. And I loved how colorful it was, so we got him this. I will need to ship this to him pronto. There's some type of weird bug. I can't tell if it's a mosquito or what up on my ceiling. But anyway, that is the only part of my haul that I can show you. I got a lot of stocking stuffers for my husband. I got him a few more gifts, a couple things that I definitely was planning on getting, but then also some things that I saw that I wasn't really planning on getting. So needless to say, it was a very successful shopping trip. And then I stopped at Panera. I got lunch because I was starving. It was like almost 3 p.m. at that point. And yeah, now we're back. I don't know, I kind of did want to wrap things today. I don't have to though. I could also do it on Thursday, but I don't know. Part of me is like, let's get it done, especially since one of these I do need to ship. I don't know. I will decide that later. I do, however, know that I really want to get cozy tonight, maybe make another hot chocolate. I say another because I've been making them like every night. But I might want to make a hot chocolate, get cozied up, read more of Barbarian's Prize, which I did say I was going to talk about, so let me grab it. I sat down for a little over an hour, I think, and I'm already this much through. I'm on page like 113 out of, I don't even know, not even 300 pages. So like I said, these books are very easy to fly right through, super easy writing, kind of like a very non-serious topic. Obviously it's like monster romance, but like really nice big blue aliens. So very quick, easy read. I find that Ruby Dixon's writing is easy to just like devour quickly. So perfect book in between big fantasy books. And yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it's not like the writing or these books are anything revolutionary or literary, but they're fun and they are an international phenomenon for a reason, right? Like it's not gonna be everybody's cup of tea, but if you like monster romance, if that's a genre that you're into, I do think these are really fun, really quick, perfect palate cleanser type books. And they're very wintry because, as you can see, Ice Planet Barbarians, like they are stuck on a very cold, icy planet. So yeah, I'm also really loving that in this one, our main character, Tiffany, she has, I don't love that she has trauma, but I think that because she has trauma, the way that the relationship is building between her and her big blue alien of choice, the way that that's kind of been built up really tenderly and he really cares for her is showing through. And I don't know, I do think that these books can have some depth to them. And I think that, like I said, Tiffany's past is making the building a relationship between these two really sweet. So that's that. I do want to sit down and read more of that. I don't know if I'll be able to finish it tonight. I probably could if I just read, you know, for the rest of the day and evening. But I do think I'll get a decent chunk in since I'm already 113 pages in while just reading it for like a little over. I think maybe I might go take my makeup off, put my pajamas on, and then see how I'm feeling. Maybe put some ambiance up on the TV as usual, and then see if I feel like wrapping. Because I think what I really wanted to do, whatever day I chose to wrap, I like to make it a whole thing. I want to put on Christmas music, and I want to have hot cocoa, and I want to be holly and jolly and have all the lights on, and all those things. So I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that right now. We'll see. But anyway, that is the reading update and the little haul for now. Okay, makeup is off, pajamas are on. I rotted on the couch going through my phone notifications for like an hour, and I think we are going to wrap some presents. First I'm gonna make a hot cocoa because that sounds really good. I have some ambiance on the TV. I'm probably gonna play some Christmas music for myself. Won't be able to play that on here. But yeah, let's make a hot cocoa. The hot cocoa that I use is called Silly Cow Farms. Obsessed with this stuff. And then we pour the hot steaming milk. Well, hopefully we can get it in here without it going everywhere. Ah, so close. Drips just a little bit on the counter. See that? Lots of marshmallows. And then perfect. Amazing. Good morning. It's now a couple days later, I believe, but how beautiful does the tree look with presents under it? I will show you again because I'm obsessed. Can you see the whole thing? So pretty. Actually, more got wrapped since I last showed you, so it does look different now. Also, hopefully you can hear me over the very loud electric fireplace, but I'm going to change the little nutcracker here that says the Christmas countdown because it's now 13 days, not 14. If I can do it with one hand. Perfect. 13 days. Time for a couple reading updates, actually. Let's make this top. Hi. So, I did finish Barbarian's Prize. I already put it away on my bookshelf, so I'm not gonna hold it up. But I did finish Barbarian's Prize the day before yesterday, I think, or yesterday morning. Either way. So I was only reading it for like 2 days, but yeah, it was a cutie good time. I rated it 3.25. I've rated all of them so far, like somewhere in the 3-star range. I think I liked this one better than some of the other ones just because Tiffany is going through, or she did go through, some trauma when she was on the first alien ship. Check your trigger warnings. I'm not gonna I don't want to spoil anything, but if you are concerned, check your trigger warnings. But she does have a lot of trauma from that experience, and so it makes it really hard for her to open up to anyone, especially to the idea of love and like having a physical connection with someone. So lo and behold, when her big blue alien friend kind of comes into her life, I just love how like patient he is with her. He's so respectful. He doesn't push her to do anything before she's ready. Like, he is the perfect example of how someone should be treated, right? So yeah, no, it was really fast. They're always super fast paced. They're always very horny books. Okay, so just know that if you're not into that, like, you're not gonna like these. I did feel like this one had a little bit more depth because, like I said, she's working through some pretty extreme trauma, and I found it really sweet the way that her man navigates this. So that's all I'll leave you with for that. I've been listening to the audiobook of Beyond the Wand by Tom Felton, his autobiography, and I'm like 5 chapters in, I think, on that. I haven't listened to that though since the day before yesterday when I was in the car, hearing the behind the scenes, especially when it has to do with Harry Potter, because as we all know, Harry Potter like raised me and made me who I am. So there's that. And then I also last night picked up, it's right behind the camera, Glow by Raven Kennedy. I'm only 7 chapters in, so I'm only like 60 pages into this massive book, but I'm having a great time. I am going to be continuing reading this, but I'm also kind of in the mood this morning for more of the aliens. So I think I might start the morning off with reading a little bit of this one. This one's going to be Josie's story, and the way that the last book leaves off, there's a very interesting kind of enemies situation going on between Josie and another character. So I'm really interested to see how that will play out. I think it'll be really good. And again, these are just so quick and easy. So I'm kind of in the mood for quick and easy this morning. So maybe I will read this for a little while and then maybe read Glow tonight. We'll see what we get up to. But I do also want to take book photos today. I have not taken book photos for Instagram in like 2-ish weeks maybe. I've just been like kind of skating by on old photos. And then what else I want to do today? Have a little bit of cleaning to do. Those are the main things. Oh, and I want to work out, but I think I'm going to do that midday to kind of break up the not so active activities. So yeah, that's the plan. Okay, so this first chapter of Barbarian's Mate is pretty much exactly the same as like the last chapter of the last book. So I already know what happens there, so I'm probably just gonna skip ahead. It's now been several days since I've updated this vlog. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Sorry, that's my washing machine kicking in. Yeah, it's been several days. I have been reading. I just have, for some reason, not picked up the camera at all to talk about any of these books. I don't know, I've been in a very, like, immersive reading mood where I just want to kind of soak into the book and not talk about it, I guess, but I'm ready to talk about them now. So I did finish, I can't remember what the last thing I told you about reading wise was, but I did finish Barbarian's Prize, rated that 3.25 stars. I think I've already talked about this, but yeah, I really liked that one. How patient and respectful her big blue guy was. Again, I don't know if anybody wants to know, like, I don't even know if that's considered a spoiler because I'm pretty sure the names of the characters are on the back of each book, like who they are with, but just in case, we'll just say Big Blue Alien, because these books are kind of, in my mind, like, interchangeable, like, you know, same things are kind of happening in, same thing, different font, same thing, different characters, but at the same time, if you're in the mood for that and you know that's what you're in the mood for, like, you know what you're gonna get with Ruby Dixon's books, so that's kind of fun. I finished the fifth one, and then that night I read a little bit of Glow, and then the next morning I was in the mood. It's been like in the morning that I'm in the mood for like the Barbarian books, so then I picked up Barbarian's Mate, which is the 6th book, and finished that in like 2 sittings, so basically like in this time span of a day, because they're just so easy to fly through, and something about that feels like an accomplishment, right? Like when you're in a reading slump and all of a sudden you can like fly through a book, it just feels productive and good. So I kind of went with that. I was just having a great time, and I haven't been in the mood for those books in a long time, so I figured why not get them off the physical TBR, and plus that gives me an excuse to go buy the next 2 books. I think the only 2 I don't have are number 7 and number 8, and those are also the only ones out in the new covers, so I might grab those at some point. But that's the Barbarian, Ice Planet Barbarian update. Barbarian's Mate I rated 3 stars. They're all pretty much in my mind like 3 stars. Like, they're nothing revolutionary, but they're still a silly, goofy, fun time, quick, easy reads. So that's pretty much all I have to say about that. And then I did get further into Glow by Raven Kennedy. Again, I don't remember what my last update was, or like where I was at the time, but I am now on chapter 17, which is like page 163. I think I'm like almost 25% of the way through, as you can see here. But this is such a fun time. I don't know what it is, but I've been like savoring every page. I've been kind of going back and forth between reading on my Kindle at night and reading from the physical book during the day. She is pretty chunky, so she's kind of like hard to hold, but something about flipping these pages, I don't know, just feels very decadent. I don't know if that sounds silly, but like if you're a reader, you know what I'm talking about. Certain books, like the texture and the page flip just feels so right, and this is one of them. And I'm just having the time of my life with the story as well. Like Oren, at the beginning of the book, she was not having a great time. Again, this is fourth book in a series, so I'm not gonna like tell you too much, but just know that Oren in the beginning of this, she was not having a good time, physically, mentally, she's not having a good time, and so we're working through some stuff, but we're at the very beginning of that, and then there's a certain character that has been helping her, and I just love that development. I love the setting right now that we're getting. I love the side characters, you know, like basically the cadre is kind of what in my head I'm gonna call them. Again, if you know, you know. But yeah, having a great time. I love that this book has multiple points of view. I mean, I think even from book 1 there was like a couple points of view, but this one, like as we've been going through the series, we've been getting more relevant points of view, and I kind of love when books do that. There is a very fine line between I don't want to say not enough points of view, but there is a very fine line between like not enough points of view and then like too many. So I think these books are doing that fairly well. The only criticism I really have of these is sometimes the author gets a little too describe-y with the words for my taste. And I wouldn't even call it like flowery writing, but like sometimes when she's describing things, she'll like describe the same thing with like 3 different metaphors like back to back, and something about that bothers me a little bit, but not enough to like affect my overall enjoyment of this story. My brain kind of will just like note that that's what's happening and then like move on, you know, and just keep reading. So again, it's not really something that bothers me. I do find Raven Kennedy's writing to be pretty easy to read most of the time, up until the point where it gets a little describey, a little overly describey, and that's when my brain kind of like stutters for a second. But again, it's not enough to affect my overall enjoyment of these. I think I rated the last book, what did I say? I think I rated the last one like 4.75 stars. So yeah, these, right now this whole series in my mind is sitting at like a pretty high 4-star, so like pretty decent rating. And so far, even though I'm not very far into this one's looking to be about the same. So that's, and I'm also listening to Tom Felton's autobiography. Again, don't remember what my last update was. I could have already mentioned most of this, and I apologize if I already did, but I on and off have been listening to the autobiography, and I'm loving it. I love that it's Tom Felton himself, you know, narrating. I love hearing kind of the behind the scenes of what it was like back in the day when he was working on set for the Harry Potter films, because huge Harry Potter fan. That book series basically changed like the trajectory of my reading life and made me obsessed with reading, and it's just so magical, and that story will forever live in my heart. And so there's something about me having a deep connection with the series and then listening to him talk about his actual real life experience of being on set with the other characters and stuff like that. Something really fun about that. And I did cry. I was listening to it yesterday, and there was this part where he's talking about like fans and how they can kind of be overbearing, and there was this one older woman that would show up to all of his events, and his mom was kind of protective of him, and they thought maybe this was like some type of, you know, not stalker situation, but you know, something of that nature, and they were kind of worried about it. But then one day she comes to an event and hands him a card that is basically just like, I'm so sorry for the loss of your dog. And he said that like completely changed his view on fans, like super fans, right? And to this day, he like still visits her at her house, because he talked to her and it came out that like she's just lonely. She was a lonely old woman who never had any of her own kids, and she kind of took the Potter kids on as like her own, and Tom was one of the only ones to like give her any attention. So I just found it so sweet that I literally started crying. Like, I love sweet older people. They will always have a spot in my heart. But yeah, so I got a little emotional listening to that, which honestly I was kind of surprised by. Like, autobiographies don't usually make me cry. But yeah, I don't know, it's a fun time so far, and I like that it's not a super long book. I think overall it's like 6 hours of listening. So I've been, you know, chipping away at that little by little when I'm doing chores and other things. But that's my update. Today is Saturday. There's now only 11 days till Christmas on my countdown. I don't know why that's relevant, but my plans for the day are, I'm currently doing laundry. I have at least 2 loads to do. I really need to like get on top of like chores today and stuff. But for now, I am reading, sipping on my coffee, and then I need to get my gears going. I feel like lately, especially within the last, I don't know, several months, I've just had no motivation, no drive to like go the extra mile. So it's like I always feel like I'm just like playing catch up a little bit, and not just with chores either, but like working out. Like, if you know me, working out has been a part of my life for the last I don't even know, 6-7 years. Literally, my other job is I'm an online personal trainer, and getting myself to consistently work out lately has been really tough. And I know it's normal. It's totally normal to go through those kind of dips in motivation. I talk about this with my clients all the time, but it is really, it's easier said than done, right? It's like, once you've been doing it for a long time, you are going to have periods of time where it's like kind of lost its luster a little bit, and you kind of just want to hibernate. I know that winter affects me like that as well. So I know like why this is happening, but it's a matter of I'm trying to find a new schedule, a new routine, get myself back in gear, feeling good again. And I don't feel the need to, you know, work out as much as possible like I did when I first started and it was brand new. But I just need to find my new groove. So sorry for that tangent. That has nothing to do with reading. But like I said, this vlog, I kind of knew going in was going to be a little bit all over the place. But yeah, that's the plan for the day. Reading, chores, chilling. The sun is out, which I'm super happy about. I did book photos the other day and I could do some more content, but I don't know. We'll see where the day takes us. I at least need to finish laundry and do some cleaning and stuff. Hello. It's once again been a couple days. I don't even know what the last thing I got on here and talked about was. There aren't really any new reading updates. I am still reading Glow by Raven Kennedy because she's a huge book, but I'm now yay far. So I'm about halfway through. On page 321. I haven't really gotten a chance yet to read today. I've been busy working out, doing laundry, as you can probably hear. I feel like I'm always doing laundry when I'm talking on here. I've just been working out, doing chores, but I decided I wanted to sit down and take a break to work on my 2025 reading journal a little bit. So just like this is what it looks like. I think I've already shown you guys. But I want to work on like the initial setup pages, right? So like my star rating system, my most anticipated books, my 2025 reading goals, and also specifically my 25 books that I want to read in 2025 list, because I did start brainstorming a whole list of books that I want to read in 2025 right here. So I kind of want to transfer this into that spread for my reading journal. And just, I don't know, I'm in a journaling kind of mood, so while I watch BookTube, I'm probably going to do a little bit of this. So yeah, that's what I'm up to, and I'll probably do a little time lapse of me journaling. But yeah, that's the only update, the only bookish update. A little break because I feel like discussing my 2025 reading goals now that I've made a cute little spread. I don't know if you can see that, but I actually tried to make it pretty this year with like stickers and stuff. Last year I kind of did the bare minimum for my like goals page. So this year I tried to get more specific and make it really cute. One of my goals is to read at least one classic this year. Last year, I think my goal was similar to this, but it was to read outside of my comfort zone, so to read more literary fiction, thrillers, and classics. I didn't read any classics, but I did end up reading a couple lit fics, a thriller, at least one thriller, as well as I'm listening to a nonfiction right now, so I do feel like I did kind of get out of my comfort zone a bit this year. So I do feel like I met that one. So next year, I wanted to get really specific and say like, okay, I'm gonna read one classic. I'd love to read Dracula. That's like the one that comes to mind. And then another huge priority or goal I have for 2025 is to finish some of these series that I'm in the middle of. I might make this more specific and put like a certain number of series that I want to finish this year after I actually make that spread and like have more of a visual to go off of. But yeah, finishing series I'm in the middle of is a huge one, a huge focus for the upcoming year for me, so that I can start new series and not feel so jumbled and pulled between all these different series. And then another goal that I am making more specific, I'm transferring this goal from last year again, but I'm making it more specific, is that I want to read at least 5 books off of my physical TBR. So books that I already own, preferably ones that I've owned for a long time. I want to read at least 5 books off my physical TBR each month. That's the goal. Because we all know I'm going to be buying books throughout the year. Hopefully not at a crazy pace, but to combat that, I need to be reading off of my physical TBR and prioritizing that. So that's a goal. In the middle here, I kind of had room for just like one more, so I just, in big in the middle, put romanticize my life, because that's something I've been trying to do more and more lately. And this kind of means something different, I feel like, to different people, but this could be just like being whimsical, being creative, decorating your space, even if you don't have to, going and doing things you don't have to, just to make life and little things feel more fun. So using your favorite coffee mug to make tea or make a hot drink to have with you, lighting candles in your space, or I like to put ambiance on my TV, like from YouTube, having twinkle lights that you turn on at night, just anything to make you feel good about like the little moments. Anything that's like extra or maybe might be deemed a little bit frivolous or whimsical. Yes, I want to be doing that in 2025. Another goal that I'm transferring from last year, very simple, not very measurable, but just something I want in the back of my mind, is quality over quantity. Instead of stressing about the number of books that I'm reading, I want to really focus on reading books that I'm enjoying, right? So this could also encompass, DNFing books when I'm not enjoying them, but also just really not worrying about like the number. So that one's coming over from 2024. And then I have another 3 little goals down here. One is I want to do a big book unhaul in the new year. I don't know when, but I do want to go through my books, even ones that I haven't read yet, that maybe I've had for a long time, that I've come to realize I'm probably never going to read. I'd love to do an unhaul. A new goal I have this year, because I just started BookTube this year, is to upload at least twice a month on my YouTube, which I'm pretty sure I have been keeping up with that. I almost did like a subscriber count as a goal, but then I'm like, not that that's hard to measure, but it's hard to like make that actionable. Like I want to make it actionable. So instead of saying I want this many like my goal is this many subscribers by the end of the year, I want to say something that I can do. So like I want to upload at least twice a month, every month for the year. So that's my goal. Let's hope I stick with this YouTube thing. We'll see. And then another goal that I added this year that's new is I would love to go to a bookish event. So this could be like the first thing that comes to mind is like a book signing or a release party or something of that nature. I think that'd be really fun. I don't know if my area really does a lot of that kind of stuff. I always see people going to release parties, but it's usually people who live in like bigger cities. So I just want to kind of keep my eye out for that kind of thing and maybe go to something fun and meet some new bookish friends. But yeah, those are my 2025 goals. I'm going to continue working on my book journal. I'm kind of doing it really slowly because that's what I'm in the mood for. I still need to do my 25 and 2025 page. So yeah, that's the plan. I'm gonna go back to watching BookTube and journaling away. Hi guys, I completely forgot once again to do any vlogging while I was like doing things, and by doing things I mean putting together a crock pot meal. I just whipped up, or I'm about to put in the oven, some homemade oat chocolate chip bars, and yeah, it's like all done now, but I just wanted to like pop in here. By the way, this came in the mail yesterday, which I ordered. It is Violet from Arcane, and I'm obsessed with the show now. Obsessed with Violet. I don't know if I've mentioned this in this vlog, but I just finished it recently, so super excited to have this cozy guy. And yeah, I'm gonna show you what I'm doing, what I'm making. So I don't know if you can see in here, in there in the crock pots, we have it just started, so it's still like raw, but we have chicken thighs and potatoes, and then these are the oat bars, which I'm about to put more chocolate chips on top of and then stick in the oven for like 20 minutes. I've also had Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire playing in the background. I've been watching those slowly throughout the last few days, just kind of like on in the background. It's just been the coziest best vibe ever. So I am going to put some more chocolate chips in here and yeah, maybe give you a little bit of a reading update, although I don't really have anything new. Can you see me? Hello. Hold on. First, I must check how long this actually needs to be in for. Yeah, see, bake 20 minutes. Okay. So while that's going, I figured we could do a little bit of a chit chat. I am still a week later because it's now Tuesday again, and I'm pretty sure I started this vlog last Tuesday. We are still reading Glow by Raven Kennedy, but now I'm like, I think almost 80% through. I have like a tiny little bit left, and it's going great. I still don't know if I'm saying that right. Her character development from day one has it's drastically different, and I love watching her journey. I love watching the MMC kind of open up in this book too. We've learned a lot more about him and his past and everything with that, and so yeah, I'm just loving it. And then also I think I mentioned this in my last update, but there's like a side character who I can see like a romance coming for them as well. And we haven't quite gotten, since I mentioned that, we haven't quite gotten anything else. So I'm thinking we'll probably get a POV chapter in that character's perspective soon because it's been a while. And I'm just really loving that aspect of it. So there's lots going on. There's multiple different POVs, but with like they're all different people and all in different places as well. Like obviously they're different people, but they're in different places as well, doing completely separate things. So that makes it really dynamic, I feel like. So I'm loving that aspect as well, and just having a great time. I know there hasn't been much like actual reading in this vlog, I feel like, because I've just been reading the exact same book for a week. And that's what happens with longer fantasy books. So it is what it is. I'm going to clean up my mess, and I'm going to throw some YouTube on. I saw Des just posted her Harry Potter reading vlog, which I'm like, how fitting. I've been watching Harry Potter. I ordered myself a Kindle case. I can't wait till it comes in and I can show you guys, but once I get it, I'll like link where I got it from. But I got a Harry Potter Kindle case coming in the mail with one of those little like dust plug charms. I'm obsessed. Can't wait to get it. Can't wait to show you. And yeah, we are 8 days now until Christmas, and I'm so excited. I love the holiday season. I'm trying to think, what are my plans for the rest of the week? I don't really know what my plans are because I don't have a car right now, which it's in the shop, so that sucks. But yeah, we're wrapping gifts as they come. We are baking, we are cooking, we are being cozy. Tomorrow I need to work and I need to work out, so I don't know how much vlogging I'll get done, and I probably will end this vlog soon. But until then, I figured I'd give a little bit of some type of update. So yeah, I'm gonna get to throwing that on and cleaning up. have no idea what I look like right now, but I just I just finished Glow by Raven Kennedy on my Kindle. I've been reading kind of like back and forth. Wow. I meant to get on here last night and give you guys an update because I was like 80% through and something happened that pissed me off. And obviously I can only explain in very vague terms, but something happened that pissed me off and I was like, no, this can't be happening. Like, are you serious? But now we've surpassed that and we're, you know, we get to the end and I feel like, you know, the end of every fantasy book that's within a series obviously has to end in a bang, and this one is no exception. Wow. I really thought like 2 chapters ago, I was like, you know what? I think I've been reading this series like back to back to back. I might need a palate cleanser in between. Now I'm like, how can I do anything else except for read the very next book? Which everyone who loves the series has been telling me that like you're gonna wanna binge them all back to back. And part of me was like, oh yeah, but they're so long, like maybe I'll take a break in between. Now I don't know. Now I feel like I have to go into the next one because of how that ended. Just wow. Raven Kennedy, she does things to the characters that makes your heart hurt and makes your blood race, and I think that that is honestly the sign of like a really good fantasy series or like a author of fantasy is when they aren't afraid to put their characters through some grievous, horrific things, because then you, as the reader, you're beyond entertained, right? You're like, you are riveted. And that's how I feel. That's how I feel about these books. I am 100% invested in the plot. Like, yes, the romantasy aspect of it is great as well, but the plot and the journey of it has been so fun. So yeah, what do I want to rate this one? I literally just finished it 2 seconds ago, by the way. Did I rate the other ones like 4.75? I still don't know if this is like 5-star feeling. You know what I mean? Like, you know when you're really enjoying a book, you're really into a book, but you don't get that tingle of like, wow, this is a 5-star new all-time favorite. I love these. I will recommend these for sure, but I do think that they're like high 4s still. Maybe one of these last books will change my mind, but I do still think that I'm gonna give Glow also like a 4.75. Like, they're so close. I couldn't even tell you what's like missing or if there even is anything missing. I don't know, I feel like I've been a little stingier with my 5 stars lately because it's like, okay, what sets apart a book like, for example, Wisteria, that made me absolutely sob my eyes out, and a book like this that I am 100% enjoying having a great time with, but like I'm not uncontrollably sobbing. I'm not connecting to it on that deeper level. So I think that's the difference. I think I want to rate this a 4.75 right now. Maybe I'll change, maybe once I sit on it, when I sleep on it, maybe I will change that. But yeah, for now, that's the rating. I think I will be going straight into the next book. But yeah, today is, what is today? Wednesday. We are now exactly 1 week from Christmas, and yeah, I think I'm probably gonna end this video here. It's gone on for way longer than I intended. Well, technically it's gone on for a week, which is what I intended, but it just feels like it's been a long time, probably because I've been reading pretty much just the one series, one book throughout like this whole vlog, so it's felt very long. But you know, when you have chunky fantasy books like this, sometimes it takes you longer to read, and that's okay. I have work to do today, like I said in yesterday's update. I have a lot to do today, so yeah, I think I am going to end the video here so that I can edit tomorrow and hopefully get it up by this weekend. If you've watched this entire thing, thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, all the things. And yeah, let me know below. If you have made it this far, leave a little, some type of gold emoji, like gold or a star or something like that, since that's what I was reading throughout this entire thing. And let me know what you're currently reading. Are you enjoying it? Have you read the Plated Prisoner series? Don't spoil anything, but if you have, did you enjoy it? I hope to see you in the next one very soon, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!